Captain's Log. Hello, I'm Captain Vile. Good on you. You made it to Friday. I have 2 talking points to get through this evening. Maybe 3. The third, possibly optional one I'd like to get through was skipped over last time, and it may be skipped over this time. I think 2 talking points is quite a good length. Speaking of length, these have gotten, interestingly enough, 5 minutes longer, practically on the dot each time. And they have, I'm pretty sure. 3? Yes, because 3 is a pattern. 1 is random, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern. The first one was 7 minutes, the second one was 12 minutes, and the third one last week was 17 minutes. I wonder if that'll keep up. It probably won't. But, hey, a neat little pattern there. 20 minutes about seems like a good length. My ramblings, my detox of the week. Well, not a detox, a decompression. That's the correct word. So, if you did not know, on Fridays, I go to a comic book club that I'm in at the university, the Comic Book Society. I go dressed as Riddler, if I believe I spoke about that earlier. But that's not important. I do that, I get home, and I have my reheatable pizza dinner. Friday is pizza night, just as Wednesday is burger night. Except, I go to the store before I go to the club meeting, because it's 8 p.m. It's like 8:10 when I get back from the club meeting, because it's 6 to 8. Anyway, I go to the store beforehand, I get it. But they didn't have my regular brand, or they had the brand, but just not the specific one I get. I always get like a Carlo's Classic Crust pepperoni, but they didn't have that. They had Carlo's Stuffed Crust pepperoni, and I have never had stuffed crust. It was the only thing there. I had recently caught them on a restock, or just before the cusp of restocking, so they were out of a lot of stuff, which is irritating. I should probably try and learn when they're restocking, so I can be like, oh, they might be out of this. Or I could probably go to the store more regularly. I go, I don't know, every like week and a half, and I don't even get like essentials in that. I get like, oh, I'm out of peanut butter. I ran out a couple days ago. Oh well. It's like, oh, I'm out of this. I haven't like. Well, no, when I run out, that's the thing. I don't stock up. I run out and then run to the store. I don't run out and have something prepared. We were talking about pizza, stuffed crust. I've never had it before, and let me tell you, I wish I never did. It's bad. It was awful. I couldn't eat half of it. Halfway through, I just didn't eat the crusts. I just ate the, like, sauce and pepperoni bit of the pizza and left the crust like a child. Didn't like it. The cheese did not help. It should never have been invented. Do you know why stuffed crust pizza was invented? It was invented, I believe in the 90s or so. It was during the US government had an excess of milk and dairy, and they were trying to frantically sell it off. That's why they have like millions of pounds of cheese hidden in caves. They still haven't gotten rid of it. But they had this whole ad campaign to get rid of milk, to sell milk. That's where Got Milk came from. It was just selling the product of milk, and they've done it before for, I believe, peanuts as well. But that's a tangent for another day. That's also where Book of Celebrities with Milk Mustaches came from. Frasier had one. The Jeopardy guy had one. He said your bones may be in jeopardy. Weirdly threatening. But fast food restaurants were also enlisted into getting rid of the excess dairy. And pizza places found a way to put as much cheese into a pizza as possible by putting it into a pizza instead of on top of it. They put it in the crust. Stuffed crust was born from incompetence and gluttony. It is a awful food. Disgusting, absolutely revolting food. I don't know how people eat it. I hope people don't eat it. I hope it's like a fad that's on its last legs. I did not enjoy any of it. If you enjoy stuffed crust pizza, well, 1, why? But 2, fine, go ahead. It's your tongue there seems to be something wrong with. Your palate, not mine. There's just one less stuffed crust pizza for the world to consume now. You may be doing a service. You're doing a sacrifice is what you are. You're a martyr if you enjoy stuffed crust pizza. But go be a martyr somewhere else. Don't tell me about it. I don't care. I don't want to hear about stuffed crust pizza. I'm not a pizza expert, alright? I only know that milk tangent because I went down a rabbit hole about milk, how they had an excess of it. Which is how I know about, like, the peanuts and crap. Alright, I like burgers, alright? That's why I have a whole... It's like the highlight of my week is burger night. Alright, you wanna talk to me about burgers? I'll go off on about burgers. An underappreciated aspect of burgers is the bun. A bad bun is... The bun is the spine of the burger. A toasted bun can save, nay, make or break a burger. If I were to eat a burger with a soft, untoasted bun and a burger with a little kind of push down and it kind of crunch bun, it's toasted, I would have a good night with the toasted and a bad night with them. That was my first experience when I first made burgers for burger night. I didn't toast the buns and it was dreadful. I could barely stand to have them the next Wednesday. But in the heat of the moment, I was like, hey, what if I toasted the burgers? And I did, and it saved burger night. It was amazing. And then the following week, I added cheese, and it was also amazing. It was even better. I've not yet come across another ingenious idea to make burger night better, but it doesn't have to be better. It's good now. Anywho, the next talking point was that it was very recently my birthday. I'm not telling you when specifically it was my birthday. Here. Well, no, I'm not even going to give you that little hint. It's in November, obviously, as very recently. Anywho, it has recently been my birthday. I am now 19. People don't think I'm 19, they think I'm a lot older. They think I'm about 23. This seems to be the most consistent answer. Whenever I tell people my age and they're shocked and like, oh, I thought you were such and such. One occasion, people seem to think I'm 30 as well. If I was a delinquent teenager, I probably could have gotten a lot of alcohol, but I was lame and was into comic books instead. I probably could have, although that also seems to have gone down. At least, I suppose, I don't have any exposure to, like, high school parties, because, again, I was lame. I was bullied in middle school and kind of isolated in high school. So, don't really know the cliques or the scene. What was I going off on about again? I've gone from my birthday to my educational experience for my peers. Let's see. I wasn't a delinquent. I look older than I am. I am 19. People have said I look 30 or 20. I will be 20 next year. I don't necessarily feel 20. But hey, I didn't really feel like I had a job when I worked at Dairy Queen. It didn't seem like a real job, yet it certainly was work. So I suppose that comes with age, ironically. Oh, maybe I'll feel 20 this time, or I'll feel 19. Oh well, one thing I actually wanted to talk about, and I may actually get a decently bit heated about, because I have had a, again, heated discussion with this over the years. Every single year, without fail, on my birthday, I watch WALL-E, the 2008 Pixar movie. Okay, I suppose it's not without fail every year since 2008. I am older than the movie. But of the last, I don't know, 10 or so years, that sounds about right, I have watched WALL-E. And without fail, whenever I watch WALL-E, I say this without a hint of irony, and I say this without an ounce of embarrassment. I cry. Every time. I defy you to tell me what is wrong with that. Explain to me what is wrong with being moved to tears by a piece of art, because that is what it is. If you can look me in the eyes and tell me that you have never, not once in your life, experienced a piece of media, not a movie, not a show, not a video game, not a book that has ever moved you to tears, you have never experienced a good piece of media. Not 1 ounce of quality. You have never experienced anything good. If you have, like, and that can be anything. Everyone has their, like, art. Their art piece of art. I know, oh, how, like, you're calling a movie art. It can be art, occasionally. It's an art form, I guess. I don't know. That's not what I was talking about. I'm calling it art, because WALL-E is art. That's my piece of art. Everyone has theirs. It could be, for one person, the Arc of a Scythe book series. It could be for another person, some game I've never heard of. It could be one individual out there has been brought to tears of either joy or sadness or some other emotion by an episode of Paw Patrol. They could be 5, they could be 30, and to that hypothetical individual, Godspeed, sir or madam, you have found your piece of art. And I wish you well in watching it. As I watch WALL-E every year. Because damn it, it is the perfect movie. I'm steadfast on that too. No plot holes, amazing soundtrack, and use of its soundtrack. A good message, but I think some people could probably use a rewatch these days. I mean, I'm not that worried about the environment, that's really a lost cause, but I guess, hey, connectivity is somewhat lost. Also, it's just a good movie. Why, you don't want to experience a good movie on an occasion? I watch it every year on my birthday. I've said, you should watch it on your wedding night or something. You, listener, planning your wedding, Slaving away, are the hors d'oeuvres correct? What wine should I pair with the chicken? What color rose should I put? When should we watch Wally? I should march down the aisle to, God, what's the song? The Wally song. Everyday words turn into love songs. Oh, it's I think French, the title. I don't know the title, goddammit. I always just know it as the Wally song every time I hear it outside of Wally. When I was watching the finale to How I Met Your Mother, which, on a side note, really bad finale. But when I was watching it and the mother character, spoilers, the titular mother, sang it, I was like, oh, it's the Wally song. It's not even the... I don't know what it's called. Who cares what it's called? It's the Wally song. That's its legacy. That's its legacy to me. And that's how it matters to me. I don't care if it's right. Well, I guess I do. But at the moment, I am not too bothered about putting the effort into finding if it is correct or not. I probably will, after recording this, to listen to it. Because, hey, it's also just a good song. A lot of talk of good and bad media this time. I kind of want to do a jump through of topics, like, oh, a lot of good, like a review, but that's, you watched it, you know. I spoke it, I know. That would be redundant. Oh well, I suppose that's everything. I'm drawing a blank. I could talk about the optional third thing, which, by the way, was death row meals. I was going to go on a tangent about that. Various examples, like the guy who ate the Bible and the lady who had black coffee. But, I don't know, maybe I'll talk about that if it interests me in a week. It might not. This is really not meant to be like a Captain Vile's talking point. It's Captain Vile's week. Captain's log. It's just a log of, hey, wouldn't this be wacky? Hey, I think I could kill a horse. Hey, it's okay to cry when watching Wally. Oh well. Fine, I'll give you this tidbit. I'm setting up recording on Monday for that 2-minute video I have to make with my friends. Alright, that was your description of my week. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Stay tuned to Gotham FM.